Hi, how are y'all? Hello, Dannon. What's up, Mr. Dorian? And oh my goodness, Miss Wicca Rose is back. How is everybody? Hope everyone had a good weekend. I'd had a pretty good weekend. Hello, Panna. How are things with everybody? Well, Friday was pretty intense. The podcast. If you were here, you saw I went over the revisiting of Parker versus the Man, and it was difficult. But hello, Michaela, an epic roller. Hello, Miss Sarah Jane. I had a lot to think about over the weekend, and I've already sort of kind of announced this, but it's like real now, like really real. I'm leaving Florida, and there's a lot that I can talk about, and there's a lot that I can't. And it's not anything like bad. It's just private, you know? You remember back when I was going through all the Parker stuff, there were some things I could talk about and some things I couldn't. Not a whole lot I couldn't, but for court reasons, for strategic purposes, there's just reasons I couldn't talk about things that I've since talked about. Same way with the Blaine stuff. At the time, there were some things happening that I just couldn't talk about because they were happening at the moment. I can say this, the things that I can't talk about now have nothing to do with court. Well, not directly anyways. I guess this whole thing has something to do with court. That was the fork in the road for my life. Life is full of decisions. I've made some good decisions, and I've made some terrible, painful, and costly decisions that affected not only me, but other people, namely my own 4 kids. But the thing that I can't really talk about, there will come a time as time progresses, and they say time heals everything. I don't know how I feel about that, but it does change your perception of current events and everybody else's. Whatever's really pressing important today, 10 years from now, you probably won't even remember it. I happen to remember some of the worst of mine just because I documented it, and that's the life I live. But where am I going? That's a good question, Michaela. North for now. I'm packing up my Mustang with my podcast equipment and my clothes, and I bought a tent off Amazon and sleeping bag, a couple odds and ends, and I'm headed north because for one, I'm just so tired of this heat. Florida, you've been wonderful to me. I will never forget this, and I will be back. I will be back to Florida. I've always have a special place in my heart for Florida. Florida was there for me as a dream that I had, and I talked about it, not so much on my channel back in the day, but on my Facebook for sure. My Facebook family, as much as I despise Facebook, I made a lot of good friends there. And I was talking about since 2015 or 2016, right after I moved to San Antonio, about buying a sailboat. I didn't know it was going to be in Florida, but that just so happens 2 years ago, this October, 2 years ago, I flew down in October 2020 and to look at the boat, put a contract on it, bought it the next month. So Florida will always have a special place. It got in my heart. It got me out of Texas. It got me out, and there's nothing inherently wrong with Texas. I know I shit talk it a lot, even Odessa, but I just had some really hard times there. Hello, kitty. Come here, Mama Cat. Nope. She ain't having it. What was I talking about? Oh, there are some good things about Texas, but I've just had a really, really long, hard road there, and it's too hot right there in there. I'm actually going to pass through Texas. I'm going to go see the other kids on my way, but I'm headed north, Michaela. I'm headed north. I might go over to Michigan, maybe a little bit, maybe. I've got some people I'm going to see in Texas, and then Kansas City, and then I don't know if I'm going to go over towards Michigan north or if I'm going to go towards South Dakota. I've got some friends in Michigan. Miss Mary's in Michigan. The cool thing about this that I've learned is I've got a lot of friends that I always say I don't have a lot of friends. I got a lot of acquaintances, but I don't know. Maybe I need to amend that a little bit. I certainly do have a lot of acquaintances. Maybe I've got more friends than I realized. I don't know. This past weekend, after going over the Parker versus the Man video, I've just had some time to think about some things, and it's made me realize maybe I've been focusing my focus maybe perhaps has been a little too negative, and of all people, I'm getting onto myself for that, because if in fact I have been focusing on the negative, that's just another mistake of mine, and I need to focus on more of the positive. And I've realized, God dang, I know a lot of people all over this country, and that's part of the appeal. Where are you at again, Tori? 66 degrees, because it's like 86 degrees, and the sun just now set. I think you've told me Ohio or Iowa. I can't remember. Oh my. Otimo Hashaki. Today marks 1 year of me being subscribed. Cool. I remember you. You made that response video. Cool. Speaking of subscribers, my channel's been kind of flat here lately. I did get approved for super thanks. YouTube approved me for super thanks, and I've had a few, but not very many. And they say we're supposed to, announce this. Obviously my life has changed. I'm doing a podcast at the moment for about another week and 2 days from right here. It's going to be on the road, but in the old days, I've got the old videos where you can give super thanks to the old videos. I thought it was pretty cool for me anyway, since this is my, I guess now officially my primary income. Lego Palpatine. I'm going on a long adventure to Regina's mom's house. Is that a joke that I'm not privy to? I don't know. Okay, you're just kidding. Sarah Jane, are you going to film this adventure? Absolutely. Hell yes, Miss Sarah Jane. I hope so. It will be amazing. Yeah, I'm going to the mountains until it gets just too cold. I can stand a little cold. I can stand 30, 40. I can even stand some freezing. Early morning 20s. When it gets minus 10 up there, the Colorado, Wyoming area, I will be headed south, because fortunately for me, I've got friends in the south too. Southern California, Southern Arizona, New Mexico. And I'm not going to be just like completely leeching off everybody at first. I may eventually a little bit, but I'm going to try not to overstay my welcome. But a lot of my Facebook friends in particular, since I've had it longer, or I know more people off there for longer, I've known these people for literally 10, 12, 15 years, and we've never even met. I get to go do it. Are you going to go visit DSD? Yep. Dwayne, you've been had. You've been found out. I'm going to come see you, Mr. Dwayne. Logan, how was my Monday evening? It's here. The sun is just now setting. It rained earlier. Blaine and I got our walk in, but it's nice. Oh, Timo, I hope you enjoyed Florida. Sunny skies, hot ass roads. I did. Yeah, I don't really have many complaints about Florida. Very few. This place is beautiful. It's gorgeous. I'm not leaving because I hate Florida, which is basically the reason I did leave Texas. Hello, Mazen. I'm headed north, man, until it gets too cold, and then I'm going to keep headed west. Ultimately, I want to see all 50 states. I've been to Hawaii many years ago, but obviously Hawaii is a little bit more difficult to get to. I'd like to get to Alaska. I don't have a passport, so I don't know how that works. I know I can fly to Alaska, but I don't know if there's. Do any of y'all know if there's a ferry? I know it's quite a ways from border to border, but I'm not sure how that works. Some people have told me in years past you didn't even have to have a passport, just a driver's license to just simply go through Canada to get to Alaska. But I have no idea. Hello, Mr. Dwayne. Hell yeah, brother. It'll be in the fall or the winter, but yeah, I'm definitely making it to Southern California. I've been to California one time when I was little. Mom and Dad took us to Disneyland when I was in about the 3rd or 4th grade. I remember almost nothing of it except my sister getting a humongous spanking from my dad. I remember Knott's Berry Farm a little bit. I remember going into Universal Studios vaguely. I just remember seeing this little a Star Wars man pop up, but I was so little I don't remember much of it. Hello, Miss Regina Scott. How are you doing? Wouldn't be surprised if you even meet Mr. Palmer. I don't know where he's at. I think he might have told me. I don't know where Mr. Palmer lives. I can't quite remember. But hell yeah, I would love to hang out. Mr. Palmer, if you see this, if I wind up in your town, man, let's go live and talk shit about some baby mama terrorists. That would be amazing. I'd love to meet that man. Okay, Ken's going north to, yeah. Okay, for those of you who know, Wick I haven't seen her in a while. She's one of my original moderators, if not the original moderator, and she's just been MIA for a little bit, and I'm so glad she's back. I don't know why, Wicca. I don't know why there's not a little thing by your name. As far as I'll have to double check. Maybe something messed up on my end. I'll make sure I've got you in there as a moderator. But I'm so glad you're back, and I'm so glad you're doing better. Inspector Travis, do you have a good attorney that has best interest for fathers? You'd think I would. Inspector Travis, you'd think I would. I don't. I do know. I follow one attorney online that a bunch of fathers' rights people on my Facebook talk about, and it's actually a woman, and I think it's called Isaac Law Firm, and I want to say I can't remember. She's somewhere in the South, Louisiana, Florida. I think she's licensed to practice in Florida. I think she's licensed to practice, her and her firm, in several different states. I just can't remember, but it's called Isaac or Isaacs, and I don't know her first name. She might be able to practice in Texas. I'm not sure. She's got the funniest. She's like specifically represents fathers. The memes she comes up with or gets a hold of and posts are hilarious. It is funny. Michaela, the best part of when I was like 3, I was addicted to Dora the Explorer. Dora the Explorer. Yeah, Dora came out when I was perfectly grown, and Dora is just nothing but annoying to me. But little kids love it, and that's the good of it. Going north. Good luck. Tell the Night King I said hi. Yeah, I'm ready to meet him, so it'll cool off here. Okay, you're still mod. I don't know why that little mod thing doesn't show up next to your name. I'm not like, see with Dwayne, he's got it. See on okay. Wicker Rose has the wrench. She's good. That's so strange. On my end, it doesn't show it. How weird. See, it's stuff like that just changes for no reason, and I wouldn't have a clue as to why or where to look to fix it. I have no idea. What other YouTubers do I want to meet? Besides Dwayne? I don't know if any other YouTubers would want to meet with me. I haven't a clue. I guess I'd like to meet any YouTuber that's made a reaction video or something of the sorts of any of my videos. Modkeys does not show up on StreamYard, only in YouTube chat. Thanks, Night SLDR. I'm just think it's so cool that people know stuff like that just right off the bat. And it's cool that I know them, or at least I don't know specifically who you are. Just think it's cool. Anything I don't have or need to look at or find something out, I know somebody that knows. It's just amazing. And crafts and chat with a vet. I made a mistake and ate too early or too late, too soon before I went on, and now it's sticking in my throat. I'm gonna have to remember that on the road. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, but live south of Nashville, Tennessee. Hope you enjoy your trip. Give a best of food list if you go to Chicago, though. I doubt I go to Chicago. I seriously doubt it. It's just too big, and I want to get out in the country, a little more in the mountains. I'm sure there's some people that are in Chicago that watch this channel that I'm just it's too big, too many murders. Moderator, member, that's what I'm seeing on my end. Okay. Diesel Jeff, my first time on one of your live talks. Oh, well, welcome, Mr. Diesel Jeff. I assume you're a mechanic, or at least work on diesels. Hello, fellow diesel mechanic. I'm glad I don't have to do that crap anymore. HB's soccer skeef. I just watched Parker stand up to his mom. Woo! Hell yeah. It's pretty badass, huh? Glad you decided to join. Skifty. Wow, I live in Italy. I would love to go to Italy and anywhere in Europe for that matter. Parts of Africa, or Australia. There's lots of places I'd love to go. I just can't because I'm a turnip. And the Attorney General of Texas says I still owe money that I don't owe, so therefore they've held my passport hostage. Oh, well, I've only been to about a third at best, or maybe more like a quarter. I've only been to a quarter of the states in this country that I am allowed free enough to travel into. And I want to go see them all. Hello, Luke Walker. How are you? Good to see you back here. Spencer Augustine, where in the U.S. are you going since you're originally from Texas? Or are you living in Florida? I am living in Florida. I am from Texas, and I'm just headed north. I want to go see some people in Texas first, And then if I know anybody in Oklahoma, I'm going to be passing through Oklahoma on my way to Kansas City to go see an old dear friend of mine that I've known for at least 10 years, maybe 12 years. And I have no idea how long I'll be there, but I actually know quite a few people in Kansas City. I don't know why, but a lot of them live pretty close to each other. And then after that, I think I want to go to Mount Rushmore. Is there anybody here that lives in South Dakota? Lives near Mount Rushmore? I have no clue if there's any kind of hiking trails there, but if there are, I suspect there probably are. I'm going to be hiking Mount Rushmore as one of my first, after seeing some people. That's going to be where I probably first really camp. Because like I said, I've ordered a tent and a sleeping bag and some things like that. And if you want to go hiking with me in Mount Rushmore, probably mid to end of the first week of September, somewhere around there, then I would love to have some hikers with me. I'm going to be doing a lot of hiking, a lot of walking, a lot of exploring. I'm going to find lots of parks and lots of peaks to hike on, and because I'm obviously not going to have regular access to a regular gym all the time. So I'm going to be I'm taking my electric bike that I had when I bought the sailboat. I'm going to be relying on a lot more cardio than I am heavy weights. Crafts in chat with the vet. I left Chicago to raise my kids in a better place. I don't blame you. My property tax on a quarter acre was $4,600 4 years ago. I pay $280 for a full acre. Full acre now. Huh. Where'd you move to? Joanna Vona. Who is Wicca Rose? 1, internet verbal bouncer. Caleb's interest. 3, paid incoming filter person. No disrespect. Curiosity. Wicca Rose is just one of my original moderators. We've never met. Never met in real life. I don't even know where she lives. But Wicca, if you're on somewhere in the loop of where I'm going to be, I'd love to meet you. She was just one of my, if not the very first moderator I ever had whenever I started doing this live almost 2 years ago to the day. It was end of July, 1st of August, 2 years ago, right before, I believe, either right before or right after I quit drinking, which is also coming up a week from yesterday, 6 days from now. Yours truly is going to be sweaty. I'm going to be 2 years sober. So yes, big congratulations to me. To quote the great Snoop Dogg, I'd like to thank me for having the hustle and the bustle to quit drinking. $1.99 for Mr. Mazen. Go to Egypt, see the pyramids. I'm from there. Mazen, I would absolutely love to see the Egyptian pyramids. My God, that's on a bucket list. I am fascinated by the pyramids. I just can't get there until I get my passport, obviously. What are some of the places in the U.S. are nice to visit? I'm not sure, Skifty, but I'll let you know. Tune into this channel. That's going to be exactly what I do. I'm going to be doing this podcast and uploading stuff that, I'm going to be in mountainous areas a lot. And I'm assuming there's not going to be a lot of service everywhere I go. So, that brings me to something else I want to cover. For my regulars in here, like Doozer and Wicca, and even there's Faye and Panna and Mazen and Regina, a lot of y'all, I'm not going to be able to necessarily go live at 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, because I don't know what I'm getting into. That's going to be my default time. I'm going to try to, if I can go live, there's going to be nights where I'm not, I'm seeing someone, like a friend, and I'm not going to be, live. and B, there's gonna be times where I'm gonna be just in BFE, and there won't be any internet access or anything. And so the best I can do with my time is to record those like I did in the old days with my phone, and put them together and just make videos and just show where I'm at, what I'm doing, where I'm going to be. And again, since I'm not going to have regular access to a gym, I'm going to be doing lots and lots of hiking, and I'm going to be doing my best to tell anyone and everyone who wants to, wherever I may be coming, if you want to go hiking or do, anything physical activity, I want to do loads and loads of physical stuff. Part of my mission is to encourage people who have been through the family courts like I've been through, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You can get your shit together. I arguably don't have my shit together, but at least I am sober. And at least I am getting in shape. I'm down to about 178 from 221 for my big fat self about 8 months ago. So I'm going to be posting in my community section. There, if you go to my channel, there's a community tab. And for the people, I'll be posting there, and also on my Facebook, maybe a little on Instagram, but I don't really like the people I know on Instagram, since I haven't had it as long. I already know them on Facebook. And so, I don't know, those would be the three: community tab here on this channel, my Facebook page, and Instagram is where Know try my best to give as much advance notice. If you happen to live in the area and you want to go, or if you know of any places like, hey, but once you're, I see you're going to be somewhere in Wyoming, Caleb, you're going to come, you're going to be near this cool place that I know of, come on over and we'll go do this and that. I'm game. That's part of the freedom that I've finally achieved. I've never had so little as far as stuff and felt more free in my entire life ever. Like, not even from a kid, young man, divorced, nothing. I've got almost no responsibilities since my that sounds so terrible. I know it does. I heard myself say it. I know it sounds terrible, but I can't help it. I'm glad I don't have the responsibility. I've had an overload of responsibilities for too long. My brain's fried. My brain is like, Florida was a good break, but it's not enough. Now it's just frying my brain. Like I said, I'll be back to Florida, but I'm not going to ever stay any more summers here. It is just too hot. Doozer. So in Order of the Phoenix, Harry can now see Thestrals. Yes, because of seeing Cedric dying. Well, he also saw his mother die. I mean, he doesn't remember it, but he saw her die too. Didn't he also see his mom and a professor die? Well, his mom and Sirius. Therefore, he'd be able to see them. He's seen a lot of death. Yeah, he saw a lot of death. That's why he and Luna can see him. I love the Harry Potter references. Yes, Panna. I've got my Harry Potter book right here. I haven't read it anymore in a couple weeks, but oh well. You consider getting a Zolio satellite communicator so that when you're out of service, if you have a problem, you can ping people for help or do SOS. See, Dwayne, that's why I like knowing people. I wouldn't have never in my life imagined what the hell is a Zolio. I would be able to ask somebody, hey, is there such a device where if you're out in BFE and you can get some kind of service? But now I know it's a Zolio. Thanks, Dwayne. I'll see about getting it. I don't know how much are they? Are they expensive? Oop. Man, I'm behind. See, I'm 6 minutes behind, y'all. I'm sorry. Fayetteville, Tennessee, 30 minutes north of Huntsville, Alabama. I have 2 grown kids and a 14-year-old to finish raising. Well, you're almost there. Just hang in there. Oops. Almost put that person in timeout. Sniper Boy Productions. Didn't mean to, but hey, Caleb, how's Parker doing? He's doing great. Just got off the phone with him for like 2 minutes before I got on here. He's a professional horse trainer in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And yes, I'm going to go see him too. Miss Mary DSD, you tell him. He needs to think of safety while he's out there and about. I know how you are in shape, Caleb, but please make sure make safety a priority. Miss Mary, yes, Mama, I will. I will, I promise. I'm not going to. I was a field mechanic for years. I mean, I've been caught out in some nasty, nasty crap. I know what I need to take. I'd like to have a bigger vehicle, but the Mustang's what I've got, so that's what I gotta make do with. Regina, nicely, looking good. Show your guns. Okay, yeah, happy to show my guns. I got some sexy ass old man guns. Not bad for 45. And sticking to the gym. Don John. Wow, that's really great to hear. I'm glad I tuned in. Well, thanks, Don John. I'm excited about it. I don't know what to think. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm excited about it. Wicca, I'm so excited to see Caleb. Caleb visit me. Oh, okay. You talking to somebody else? Dwayne, maybe? I'm still just mumbling. Caden Glandon, is the long adventure I assume you meant in the long adventure where you live stream? I'm going to try. Yes. Yeah, this has become my primary source of income since crypto is way down at the moment. I got to get through another couple of years of this before the crypto goes bananas. I do have some crypto saved and I just absolutely refuse to sell it. I will not sell it. Diesel Jeff, get a ham radio, Caleb. I actually looked into getting ham radio back before I bought my sailboat, which was over 2 years ago. Ham radios are cool. The way they work, you working off those satellites, like when the whole internet goes dark, which it probably will with this crazy, or at least for a little while, with this crazy economy we're living in. I'm going to get a ham radio because you can get like really big ones and really small ones. They're really, really cool. That's a lot of gas money. What is? What, just driving everywhere? Well, good thing my little Mustang's only V6, so I don't have to worry about it. Crafts in chat. I just went on a 2-year round with my ex over my son. I am disabled to my military career, and my ex, when he heard I was going to be in and out of the wheelchair and walk with a walker. Oh, well, sorry to hear that. Love the Parker video. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, chin up. Again, whenever I hear sad stories like that haven't happened to me, that's part of me going, think up, think, Caleb, wise up, count your blessings. That's basically what I've talked to the boys about. I'm giving them this house that's all theirs, and among some other things. And this is going to be basically their last leg of really getting over into adulthood. And life is what you make it. I'm thankful that I'm not in a wheelchair, like Craps in chat said she was, but it sucks. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to look on the bright side. The crap that I went through was awful, but there's people that have had worse things. And what's up, Mr. Back in Action? I'm going on a road trip, man. I'm out of here. I'm headed north, like South Dakota ultimately. And I'm going to keep heading west until I hit the Pacific Ocean. And then when it starts getting too cold, I'm going to start headed down south. And as it stays cold, I'm going to stay somewhere in the south and go meet people that I've always wanted to meet. Salvadoran Vince. Hi, Caleb. How you been? I'm getting better. Finally over this crap. The crap in my throat that I keep coughing, that's just because I ate too soon spicy stuff. And I know better, but I hadn't eaten all day. I literally didn't eat. I went and did my side job all day today. Left without breakfast and didn't even think about it till I was almost done. I'm like, shit, I've been out in the sun all day. It's the reason I'm so, I don't know if y'all can see it. It's the reason I'm so, yeah, you can see it. It's the reason I'm so sunburned. But Sienna. Hi. Hello, Sienna. Never know. Night SLDRK Letter. Is there a way I can help you, like making you a YouTube banner or logo or video edits? Actually, maybe so. I'm glad you brought that up, Night. Thanks to Dannon, one of my other mods. I don't know if she's here tonight or not. I think I saw her. Pretty sure I saw her when I first got on. She's working on my merchandise stuff. She's got a lot. That's her forte. She knows how to design. She sent me some really, really cool designs that I haven't really posted much. I mean, I posted one, but she's got some others. And yeah, if you're able to do stuff like that, I think the hot thing right now seems to be YouTube shorts and short version content, like on Instagram. My email gets jam-packed from not individuals, but robocallers or whatever. But I will never use something, a service like that I don't personally know. I mean, I know I don't personally know you, but if you've come on here in my chat and I know who you, good grief, I know that you're a real person. Yeah, I guess I don't know how to go about doing stuff like that. I'm not made of money at all. In fact, that's the reason I've got my tips thing down there for my Cash App. I don't have. I wished I had money that I could employ people to do this, but I've got a literal shoestring budget. I guess if you want to make something and just kind of give me an idea of what you're thinking. We could work something out. Oh, goody gumdrops. Dannon is here. She was just being quiet for a little bit. I was telling on you, Dannon. Are your ears burning? Well, I say back in Axwell, I'm planning to move from Dallas next year back home to Galveston. I want a beach home. You ready for it? It's hot, more humid. But if you're moving back to Galveston, then you already know that. I love Galveston. I finished raising the kids for about 4 or 5 summers in Port Aransas, just west of Galveston. In fact, Galveston in what is the name of that town? It's where I got my sailing license. Kemah, Texas is where it's near Galveston. That's where I got my sailing certificate. Crafts in chat. I count my blessings daily that I come home and finished raising my kids. I got home March in 2011. My kids then were 13, 7, and 3. I've really got more than expected after my injury happened. Is more as in a good thing? I'm hoping that's what you meant. Best to leave Florida because it will be underwater in the next few years, from Josh Brousseau. Really? I mean, where I'm at, I think Okeechobee's what, at least 100, 200 feet above sea level. If the seas rise, I know just a few inches, that's a major catastrophe. It's not going to rise that much. Maybe someday on the far eastern, but that's just nature. That's what happens. That's what happens. No need to pay me, mate. We was small YouTuber. We like to help each other. Okay. Yeah. Well, if nothing else, give me an example of something you would a short or something edit of my videos, and put your logo in there. And if it's good and it's what I'm looking for, and I can use it, then you can help get you. If there's nothing else, when I post it, if nothing else, it'll help get your name out there. I mean, yeah, I'm open to anything right now. Hello, Kimberly Ann Barton. How are you? Caden Glandon. This is getting annoying. I cannot believe I've forgotten 8-2. But it's like an hour and a half ago. I don't know why it's still so scratchy. And I'm not sick. I know I'm not. You are. Think about hire a bodyguard, because I'm learning how to be a bodyguard for YouTube or streamer or gamer or something. I'm too broke to afford a bodyguard. I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm sure somebody would want to harm me, but most people that bark at me are just barking. They're cowards that sit behind their keyboards and just talk shit. But I know good for you if you're that good. That's it. Poor people like me, we just have to get in shape ourselves and be our own bodyguards. And yes, I will be packing on my road trip, because that's how I roll. What color is your shirt? Pink or red? Yes. I really don't know. I think it's a mixture of both. Kimberly Ann Barton just made mine and hubby's tacos. I'm so jelly. One thing I love about Florida is all the taco stands, the fish tacos. Oh. Coming from Odessa, Texas, tacos are one thing, and then there's this weird imaginary border somewhere around the San Antonio area where tacos become something else. And then when you get to the coast of Texas, they become even something else. And the further you go north or west to like Odessa, the more Tex-Mex taco it is, which I love, because that's what I was raised on. The San Antonio stuff, yeah, it's kind of a weird blend. But then you get on the coast and they're all fish tacos, and just the further south you go in Texas, the better the tacos get, and they're just everywhere here in Florida. Lizzie Glizzy 0527. Hello, Lizzie Glizzy. Could be better. Clarissa, what happened? Why? Amita, is it complicated to get a boating license? Nope. No, I did it in 4 or 5 days. I got ASA, American Sailing Association certified 101, 103, and 104 certified in 1 week. Why there's not a 102, I have no idea, but there's not. But I got 101, 103, and 105. Best I remember is like, it was under 1,000, I think. Then you got to get your own hotel or your own accommodations, but you do a little bit of classwork, but most of it's out in the sailboat, and I highly recommend. I'm not done with sailing, but not by a long shot. I'm just done with sailing for now. It's pink. I guess in the screen it looks different than how it looks on me. In the screen it looks pink. Here it looks, I wouldn't call it red. It just looks like a Hall's cough drop. Sort of, kind of. Yeah, everything's gonna melt. And Tori, I see Al Gore showed up. We're all going to die. Everything's terrible. Global warming. You ever see that man bear pig that South Park made fun of Al Gore on? Classic South Park. It's nice there in Kemah. I've been there a few times myself. It is. Yeah, it's real nice. It's loads and loads and loads of sailboats. It was neat. I liked it. Holy moly. Okay, well, I guess staying about 6 minutes behind on comments is my normal. Night SLDR. Okay, Caleb, ever got you? Cool, man. Yeah, just whatever you come up with, just email it to me or something, and we'll see how it goes, see how it works. Maybe this will go somewhere. Dwayne's talking tonight. You talking about being able to edit his vlogs on this trip coming up? I'm not sure what he's talking about. I know a lot of people, streamers and podcasters, they'll do, hour, 2 hour podcasts. And then they'll go back and edit out and make clips and, highlights and make it real jumpy and real fast to the point, something like that, or how many times I said a certain word, or I don't know. People come up with, that's sort of a creative thing, of which I'm not much of I don't consider myself an artist at all, but I come up with some things, I guess how to film people fucking with your kids. I guess I'm pretty good at that. Josh Brousseau, look how fast your kids grew up in a few years. Oh my God. I know. And I don't even know, is it fast or is it forever? Because humans take fucking ever to raise compared to the rest of the animal world. Like my little kitty, she's just now a year old and she's already had a set of kittens and now she's fixed. She was born, had a litter of cats, and got fixed before the age of 1. But I do know what you mean. It seems like just yesterday sometimes that I was just wiping their little butts and powdering their little butts and, doing all the, oh my goodness. That just reminded me of something. When I got divorced, I lost everything. Like I didn't get any of the pictures. Like I had these volumes of video that they didn't have digital back then, but there's little VHS minis. I think they're called VHS-C. I think maybe they're called. I had loads of them. Well, this is one of those things that happened years ago that I couldn't talk about then that I can talk about now. The kids actually smuggled some of those out to me. And I might just I've got to figure out a way to look through them, and I don't know, I might make some little video edits, some little montages, some highlights of when my kids were really little that nobody has seen, or nobody but me. I see you, Lizzie Gilsey. MGTOW Flight, all the best on your road trip. Thanks, MGTOW Flight. I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Palmer sent me here. Cool. Tell Mr. Palmer I said hello. I watch his podcast sometimes. He does amazing work at finding BMTs, like amazing. I don't know how he finds them. Like sometimes he does 2 or 3 a day. I don't know how he finds all these, but he's got a knack for it. But tell him I said hello. I've been in his comment section a few times. If I happen to be in his same town, tell him I'd love to meet him. Absolutely, I'd love to meet Mr. Palmer and maybe collaborate. Is that what the kids call it these days? Caden, what are your tattoos? That one is 76. That's the year that 3% of the population got sick of the King's Men. Back then, it was the cops of the day, and they started shooting them. And that's the Ron Paul Levolution tattoo. That was designed by a guy named Oh my goodness, I hate it when I have these brain farts. I know the guy. I've met him several times. I've been on his podcast for Ernie Hancock. Ernest Hancock is the man who designed that originally. Believe it or not, he was the designer before what's his name? English squirrely guy. Great guy. Why does my brain do this? I've got his book. I just read his book about getting sober. Anyway, he tried to. I'm going to be watching this later, and it's going to be like, duh, Caleb. Anyway, he tried to he wanted to patent it or something. The logo. We're like, dude, we've known about the Ron Paul Levolution tattoo for eons before you, man. And he's a cool guy. I just can't. Why can't I think of his name? It's probably in the comments section about now. I'm just so far behind. Nope. Now I lost my spot. I spent the last 2 weeks in Texas. I'm from Delaware. LOL. Shannon Daly. Texas definitely had some damn good food. Oh, it does. Yeah. I crap on Texas a lot because of their family court policies, but man, they've got some amazing food there. Crafts in chat. Yes, more better. I was told I would only walk alone for 5 years tops. Made it 11 years without canes, wheelchairs, or walkers. I'm happy with how life shifted. I've learned so much these platforms. That's the ticket. That's how you look at those things. If I ever have to walk with a cane, I'm just gonna, take some influence from Dr. House and oh my goodness. Hello, Miss Karen. How are you doing? Kimberly Barton, poor person here. It's the cheapest thing we can afford. Yeah, don't you just love living in the land of the free? Oh, you took a breath? That'll be $14.99. Oh, you're still alive today? That'll be another $45 for today just to live. Humans are a funny species, aren't we? The only species on Earth that you have to pay to live. Which is, maybe that's just the rebel inside of me that is so excited and happy. I mean, I'm about to be technically homeless. I'm going to have I've got my Mustang and all my crap, my podcast gear, but if I had to, I can always come back to this. I mean, it's not like my boys would never, not let me crash here. I'm sort of quasi voluntarily homeless. I wouldn't have chosen this. When I was a little kid, I never thought, when I grow up, I think I want to be 45 and homeless. But it's got a whole different connotation to it now. And I've got my channel, got my crypto, got my all these awesome people that I know all over the country. Many of them, most of them I've not met, and that I'm about to meet so many of them, and that just makes me real excited. Night, Caleb. When I finish the examples, I will message you on Instagram. Okay. Make sure if your name is different in Instagram than it is here, let me know, because I get a bunch of weird, really weirdos that I have to ignore, and just let me know, hey, this is not SLDR. That'll help me. Ernest Kalamov, cool setup. Cool, you like my little 1999 little alien? I got it off Amazon. I'm going to take the alien. I'm not going to take any of this stuff because Hayden's setup is all right here. And I'm basically leaving the desk, shit that won't fit in a fucking Mustang. But taking the alien and all the rest of the stuff, and it's not going to look like this much longer, Ernest. It's going to be I don't know where it's going to be from. I think it'd be so cool to set up shop I don't know if there'll be electricity. I have no idea, or even service, but set up shop like right in front of Mount Rushmore. Like instead of my alien right there, have those three weirdo presidents that was made the defaced rock, the defaced mountain that used to belong to the natives that America stole. Oh, I'm just pushing some buttons and I'm doing it on purpose. Yeah, I wish I could figure out how to do those post edit. I've never been able to figure that one out. You can't? Shit, Dwayne, if you can't do it, ain't no hope for me. Back in action, stay still, bro. I'm out. All right, take care, brother. Glad you came by. Diesel Jeff, have you ever been to South Carolina before? We have a lot to see here. I was actually sort of kind of talking to somebody from South Carolina a few months ago, and I never made it. It just fizzled out. From what I can tell, it's beautiful there. Certainly a lot nice and cooler than here in South Florida. What's up, Mr. Ricardo? I'm traveling too. I'm spending a week in Antigua, then driving around the two beautiful nations of Guyana. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. In Suriname. I'm totally guessing. In South America for the next 3 weeks. Definitely outside my comfort zone. Well, be safe, take pictures, and enjoy it, man. And tune in. That'd be cool for me to be up in Mount Rushmore and Ricardo be somewhere in South America. And it's so cool. People all over the world come here to talk. I think it's badass. Ricardo, I got in a car accident yesterday. Damn. For first one in my 42 years of driving, a lady backed into me in the car park at the supermarket at St. John's and Antigua. Sad that my no accident record is now gone. Damn. Count your blessings, man. It could be worse. Sydney, what are you woeing about? Like a good kids, they love their daddy. You deserve to have some photos of memories. Yeah, I couldn't talk about that back then, obviously, but I don't give a fucking rat's ass now. Yep, they smuggled them and I got them. It's fun to be me sometimes. Maz, a new journey, new beginning, new trip, new Caleb, new everything. Another chapter getting added. Good luck. So are you still going to be living in Florida after the trip? I have no clue. Mazin, I don't know where I'm going to live. I'm going to enjoy living. There's this old man. Oh, yeah. I was going to tell y'all. There's this old man. He goes by Graybeard Adventurer. I'm going to put this in the comments real quick. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to put that in the comments. Oops, I'm behind again. There we go. Graybeard Adventurer, and he's 87 years old, and he is currently setting his second Guinness Book of World Record as the oldest person to travel the entire Mississippi River solo in a kayak. He's 87. He first set the record years ago. Well, I guess 7 years ago. And the Guinness Book of Records people followed him and confirmed it. He started in northern Minnesota and went all the way down the Mississippi. And I don't know how many months it took him. And then all the way down till he paddled, literally the last stroke, he paddled out into the Gulf of Mexico, went from fresh water to salt water. Well, somebody a year later, a couple years later, broke his record at age 81. And so that guy got to get put in the Guinness Book. Now the man's 87. He just started on his 87th birthday again in northern Minnesota. And on September the 8th, he is scheduled to do his final stroke out into the Gulf of Mexico. And there's a whole film crew following him. And they're going to be making a documentary about him. And the only reason, get this, that you don't know the only reason I know about this man? Mr. Graybeard Adventurer. His sister is my next door neighbor. How freaking cool is that? Like, to me, that's just amazing. It's just so cool. I was going to try to go meet him, but it doesn't work out with my scheduling because in September the 8th, he's going to be at the very bottom of the country, the very, very southern part. And I want to be up north because it's just too hot. But anyway, I just thought that was just like the coolest thing ever. Hello, Yanni. Caleb, are you sure you want to leave your place alone with your two sons? My sons would be throwing parties every night. My wife and I could never go away even for a weekend. They're grown, man. This is their shot. They're 19 and 21, and it's sink or swim time. Yeah, I'm positive. I'm 100% positive. Yeah. They'll figure it out, though. If they were, 14 and 16, that'd be a different story. I wouldn't. I could leave, for a weekend, but I couldn't go that long. Ms. Sage. Hi, Caleb. You are an inspiration. I'm happy you and your little adults are thriving. Well, thank you, Ms. Sage. That's very nice of you. We're not rich, but I don't think, like I said, I don't think I've ever felt more free in my life. I feel whole. I mean, I've got some, I guess it's guilt, on knowing I have made some bad choices in my past that affected not only me, but my kids. But I'm trying my best to just move on and make amends where I screwed up and encourage not only me, but my kids to have a better, more productive life than I had. But thank you, Miss Sage. Where's Pepe at? What did Pepe say? What I missed? Oh. Caleb's going to stay with Brian Baxter. Hardy har har. You are such a turd. Hell no. I hope I ain't staying with Brian Baxter. Nope, I don't think so. Night. I'm from Belize, Central America. No kidding. I wanted to move to Belize once upon a time. The first time I ever thought about becoming an expat, I was watching John McAfee when he lived down there. He's had a wild story. He's dead now. Rest in peace. John McAfee was a good man. I never got to meet him, but I know a lot of people who knew him personally. Ricardo Pepe, she backed out of the parking spot into my car. Oh. Wow, that's amazing from where. Oh, the old man. Yeah, y'all look up Graybeard Adventurer. He's a neat guy. Once a day or so, he posts 87 years old. He's getting his camera up and posting, "Hey world, we're doing this, and this is where we're stopping." And that inspires me. 87 years old, and he's setting record. And I was talking to his sister again, who's my next door neighbor. He first started doing this crazy wild record setting in his 70s. Like she said, they drove him down to Key West one time and just left him because he wanted him to, and he walked to Maine. Like just wanted to walk to Maine. So okay, drop you 80-year-old man, just dropped him off, and he walked all the way to Maine, set some kind of record, and then they took him to the Rio Grande, and he walked from ridge to ridge to ridge to ridge twice around the entire Rio Grande. That's just an amazing thing to do at that age. And I guess when you're done with that, that'd be like a Forrest Gump moment. Well, I've just kept running. And I don't know, what do you do next? Maybe he'll wait till he's 90 and do it again. I hope he does. Ricardo, the beauty of having my odd job as a fisherman vendor at a market is I can visit other islands and countries, fish there, and set all their markets. Cool. I'm already set up in Antigua Fish Market. Hell, it's badass, dude. Hell yeah, you living the dream. Caden Glandon, have you watched Top Gun Maverick or WWE? I've not. I've heard it's really good, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, Tori, rest in peace, John McAfee. That was they offed him. They Clintoned him. I know they did. Nobody can convince me otherwise. It's a shame too. Not SDLR. Hello, fellow Caribbean man. I love Belize. Visited in 2018. Culturally, you are like 70% Caribbean and 30% Latin America. Very beautiful country. Cheers, man. Hell yeah, cheers. If I can ever get my passport, that's just the Belize, just another. Oh, and Ricardo, he's from Grenada. Just one more place. I just can't wait to visit and see. Early Pacheco, love from Rancho Cucamonga, California. Cool. I have no idea what part of California that's in, but I'm going to be in California probably around November, December-ish. That's kind of tentatively the plan. Hello, Kira Beth. When you travel, which way you headed first? Straight. Well, I'm headed to Texas first. I'm going to go see some people in Texas, and then I'm headed north to Wichita, Kansas. Or not Wichita, Kansas City, Kansas. And then I might go to Michigan, and then maybe, but more than likely I'm going straight to like South Dakota. I've always wanted to see Mount Rushmore, and then I'm going to head west. As it gets colder and colder, I'm going to go further and further west over the Rockies. From Ricardo, not SDR. I've got to make it back to Belize soon. I wasn't there for long enough to see the whole country. I need to see the Mayan ruins. That would be badass. Is that where they are? In Belize, the Mayan ruins? Or I guess maybe the Mayan ruins. There's a lot of them. Might be in various countries. I'm not sure. Diesel Jeff, it was strange about McAfee's death. His death was very suspicious. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was in prison in Spain for like, I don't know what, a year or something? It was nuts. Finish. How's your son? All three of my boys are grown. Parker's a professional horse trainer, and everyone's just doing well. I just don't talk about their personal lives much. Big John, hey Caleb, you should come to Maryland. Should I? What is in Maryland that I should go see? I don't object to Maryland. It just seems so crowded over there because it's by DC, and I've been through there. I've been to Washington DC before. It's strange, cool, but strange. Caden, cheers, my brother from another mother. That better be non-alcoholic. Just kidding. No, I'm serious, but oh my, I'm over an hour and 8. As in, the thing is, people don't realize how precious life is. Like, we literally only get one try on this planet. You get one try. Why not shoot for the stars? Juice World. Yep, that's it. One life, and his got cut short too. Good luck on the road trip, Caleb. Thank you, Mazen. Yeah, sorry, he is the antivirus, John. Yeah, antivirus. Remember, y'all, the older people remember McAfee antivirus. It was one of the original antivirus software. John McAfee was the founder of it, and it was later taken from him, or he sold it, or I don't know how that worked, but he's got a really funny video on his YouTube channel about people asking him why, how, that, please, John McAfee, please stop with your incessant, antivirus on my computer. And he's like, I don't own the company anymore. I haven't owned it in years. And it's really funny. I think I'm going to go, y'all. My voice is just bugging me, but I hope to see everybody, or as many people as possible. If you're still here, would you give me a thumbs up? Because it really does help the algorithms. And if you hate me, help me out anyways and give me a thumbs down, because unfortunately YouTube took away the thumbs down. Nobody can see it, but I get to see it. And so you can really hurt my feelings if you'll give me a thumbs down if you hate me. And if, as usual, I know I didn't see any haters in here today, but there will be some haters more than likely in the comments because they're too cowardly to come on and debate me. But anyways, do what? Thought we were doing a 5-hour crypto show. Hell no. Hell no. I love crypto, but I can't go on about it for 5 hours. Anyway, kiddies, I shall see y'all tomorrow, and tomorrow's Tuesday, and let's see, there's 8 days I'm out of here, and then it's going to be a little sporadic, but it's going to be fun. So anyways, if you would, give me a thumbs up and pass along any of my videos, old videos, and even if you enjoy some of the newer stuff, send them on to your friends and family that might possibly gone through this same bullshit in the family court. I shall see y'all mañana. Good night. Consider not hitting your cheerings.